What's going on, Final Fantasy VII fans? Prax here. In today's message, we'll be discussing some important details involving summons and materia in the upcoming Final Fantasy VII Remake. Stay tuned. Okay everybody, let's dive right in. Something recently caught my attention in a few articles pertaining to the Final Fantasy VII Remake summoning mechanics. The mechanics will work differently from the original Final Fantasy VII and its previous predecessors. In the original Final Fantasy VII, summoning was necessarily straightforward, but if you're new to the game, I'll elaborate. And if you want to skip past this explanation, then skip to in the video. In the original Final Fantasy VII, you would find the summons materia, or shock materia in Japanese. This allowed for summoned monsters to be used in equipment and battle for various effects. Summon materia typically has high penalties for equipping them, which they make up for strong attacks and the ability to use or protect against various stat effects and elements. Also, it would be good to note that each summon has 5 levels. The level of the materia decides how many times the relevant summon ability can be cast, with the level matching the number of castings per battle. That means if you have a level 3 Shiva or a level 3 Bahamut, you can only cast that summon 3 times. Level 3, 3 summons, 3 casts. These were the original Final Fantasy VII mechanics, which this ideally meant you could summon an infinite amount of times. Also, this was possible with the Master Summon materia or by mining summons. You're given the Master materia in the Calm Traveler side quest, along with the Master Magic and the Master Command by giving the Calm Traveler the Earth Harp acquired from defeating the Emerald Weapon Super Boss. By this time in the story, you would probably have enough summon levels to last a 15-minute battle with solely the use of summons. Also, if you look back into the classic Final Fantasy VII, there were stars next to the summon materia that showed you your summon level. The stars next to the summon materia indicated the number of times you would be able to summon, like previously said. Now that you know how the old summoning mechanics works, it's time to jump into the new Final Fantasy VII Remake summoning mechanics. In articles on the Tokyo Demo Show most recently showed us that in gameplay, the summons will not work like the original release. We also saw new gameplay of the summons Carbuncle, Cactuar, and Chocobo Chick. Just like in Final Fantasy XV, Carbuncle gives buffs to the whole party, healing them. Cactuar has a move called 1000 Needles, and the Chocobo Chick packs a powerful kick. And might I add that they're all cute as ever. Cactuar's model most recently got a rework and was changed to fit in more with the other summons. We know that there will be an active battle format and a wait battle format. In this regard, I thought of the new summoning mechanics put in place for Final Fantasy XV, which one would have to meet a set of conditions. Once these conditions were met, one would be given a prompt to summon your monster. I believe that the Final Fantasy VII Remake will be leading towards a more progressive style of gameplay mechanics, including summons due to the day and age and how far we've come since the original release of Final Fantasy VII in 1997. Also, recent gameplay has been released and has shown specifically that we can still find and use materia to place in weapon and armor slots to actively increase our personal materia combination, just like in the classic game. I'm extremely happy about this. My only observations that differ from the original when it comes to summons is now we won't have a summon materia, thus disabling our use to spam summons. I personally think that this is a great idea due to today's technological advances, but I also feel that you should have an option to play like the old school and thus being able to spam summons and all the good old stuff like back in the day. But that'll be for another video, possibly in the future, along with a video about the new character Chad recently announced and some information and speculation surrounding him possibly. Speaking of videos in the future though, I do have a video I'm dropping as soon as I can release it that involves materia information pertaining to the classic Final Fantasy VII, and also I'll be making a lot of videos pertaining to all things Final Fantasy. That includes my Final Fantasy 1 and 2 playthrough, along with my playthrough of Dirge of Cerberus and way more content. It would be good to note that the recent update also informed us that the game will be 100 gigabytes at least, so that could be a video I could make soon. I also have a 3-Minute Thursday series I will be trying to put out every week for you guys to watch so you can see me more in action. But before you leave, I'd like you to check out the few articles I read and received this information from, along with some great YouTube channels that have been inspiring my content lately. I'll post these source articles and links in the info tab below, but if you're interested and enjoyed the video, which I hope you did, remember to give that like button a meteor strike and subscribe to tune into more great Final Fantasy content in the future. I'm Prax, and I'm out of here.